Low float and highly volatile BBGI has been trending for some time now, currently unchanged as things stand right now. But before I finish speaking, you might see a sudden change in price. Float, you see what I mean? Yeah, the float is around 700,000 shares. People are watching. Yesterday gained 21.63%. Yes, today is Wednesday, the 23rd of October. On this 4 hour chart, the extrapolation is saying that this expansion that began yesterday, that happened yesterday, is going to contract. This is based on what the extrapolation is saying, and then from Tuesday the 28th, in the post market session of that day, the expansion may resume again. No guarantee that that will be the case. Current projections are saying $1.7. It's a downward projection, nothing to the upside as things stand right now. But there have been upper projections: 7.3, 8.5, 8.57, 10.99 printed today. Yeah, well, we can see what a session it is. It printed. You can see what has already happened today: 10.99. So obviously that's the sort of stuff you can expect to see from a low float stock. Yeah, so there's also as high as 7.31, 7.91 price pressure momentums. Let's see what we have here. The 10 and 21 period moving averages, they're still trending, but the 21 period moving average, that is under some threat, meaning that positions opened 84 hours ago. There's a danger, given what's going on right now, they may be affected, but the ones opened 10 out 40 hours ago are still very much in profit. So the stock is just highly volatile, fluctuates back and forth. All sort of things can happen. Any sort of thing can happen. Let's just quickly glance at its 4 hour chart. I mean, it's a daily chart. Currently not active at the moment. Here, it's a lot more ambitious in terms of its extrapolations. You see, it has a bullish extrapolation that is saying that it's going to continue to cycle all the way towards the highs of, okay, it's saying here 7.4. It could be even higher than that, but all the way towards the 26th of November. So, yeah, it's saying that strength will remain in place up to the 26th of November. There's a world where this can happen, being that it's a low float stock. You can imagine that it's also something that can happen. However, being a low float stock also means that it's going to involve a lot of market participants. And whenever a lot of market participants are involved, it will just be a stock that is really good for trading, not a stock that may continue to print higher prices. There's the chance of that happening is not usually very high because if you get in there, if you run up a huge gain, you exit, and you see that it has dipped, you come back again. If you don't do that, others are doing that. So the odds of it doing so is possible, but I mean, I don't going by the bars around it right now, and the fact that it has a low float, it can't go away. People are searching and looking for low float stocks. But in any case, it has still. I mean, regardless of what I'm saying here, the stock has maintained an upward trend since the 26th of June. Yes, you can see that. Yeah, even though the underlying trend is not currently bullish, it is currently bearish. Okay, so in the midst of all of that, upper projections are saying 10.63, close to what it has already printed today. Below that, we have below that 10.63, there's 9.84, 8.56. This was also yesterday, the 22nd. If you go all the way back to, okay, well, I don't think we have anything higher than those. Yeah, it may have higher prices, even more ambitious prices. If you look at its weekly chart, let's see what we have here. I mean, given that the stock is has an a bearish underlying trend, it just tells you that there are even higher prices behind. I mean, it's printed higher prices. It's coming from higher. It's declining from higher prices. So as of the 24th of 4th of June, I had as high as 24.04, 22.30, 21.26, 18.18. Yeah. The good thing about the stock is that it's not it hasn't been there hasn't been much of those splits. Yeah. That's a good thing about that's a positive. But at the same time, it could also mean yeah, it could also mean that it's something that can happen. So it had as high as, at some point it was trading as high as, let's see what we have here, $268 as of the 2017. So I don't think these are. I'm not sure if these are as a result of a stock splits. I wouldn't. I'd maybe, let's just say maybe it's not. It's not as a result of stock splits, but it also, the fundamentals are a bit sketchy. They're not exactly fantastic. You want to see a stock that's been doing well over these years, but the reverse is the case for the stock. So if you're talking about upper projections, there's ample room for the stock to the upside, ample room. But the odds of it printing higher prices, well, it can be, one can make an argument that it may not continue to do so, but one can actually say, you can clearly see that it has done so. So which one do you want to choose? So just have a look, and I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.